agreed to do the animal shelter. We've already voted yes, so why are we arguing something that's already been agreed upon?
Because I'm asking to reconsider, just like you reconsidered a no for $400,000 to an animal shelter.
Okay, but I thought we've already agreed to do it.
Okay, we had already agreed to say no to.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion is second.
All right. Well,
Now, I'm only one commission, and I don't like being brushed off like that. Now, if anyone have to go, they can leave.
well, I've got
But this is a problem for me. It's an issue that need to be addressed.
I got a motion in a second. Do I have to? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I've got a motion in a second. I mean,
No, wait, what?
Call for the question.
I'm sitting here.
I've got a motion in a second, so I've got to call it to
What is the motion for?
I've got a
There's
motion
a motion to
and a
adjourn by
second
me,
to adjourn.
second by Commissioner Moon. When there's a motion and a second on the floor, we got
Okay,
to take a
I have a
vote.
call to question then, or whatever I need
Yeah, we got to
do.
call the question and
Okay.
and vote.
I mean, I'm sitting here at a meeting and we're going to adjourn while we're talking about our budget. That doesn't make sense.
No, it really doesn't.
I don't, why are you doing that? I don't understand.
I mean, I feel like
That's why we're
we've been
here. We're here for the budget.
We have been voted as commissioners to take care of this.
and I
Now-
have too, and I just made a motion to adjourn, and there was a second from another commissioner.
Well, I think we have
And so
a quorum,
if we
so
vote
we
and it fails, then we continue. If we vote and it passes, then we're done.
All right, so I'll take a vote.
So can I call the question again? How many called questions can I do?
call the question is where it stops, discussion stops, and we go to a vote.
Oh, wait, okay, what do I need to do to discuss it?
What was that, Mayor? What was that?
He
No,
was,
what did you say?
Hey, Todd, so,
but now we've got a discussion to adjourn, so we can discuss an adjournment, or we can go to the vote, and if it doesn't pass, then
So-
we keep discussing.
So
at
you say
any time-
discuss, we can come back and discuss, is what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying, okay,
No.
we have a motion made to make an adjournment, and then we've got a second. And so right now, we're in discussion in whether or not to adjourn. And so if we're not going to talk about adjourn, then we've got to take the vote because we do have a first and a,
Motion to adjourn.
so we've got a motion and a second, and then we have to take a vote, and then once we
As
take
a
a.
practical
Okay.
matter, you can let everybody comment on what, the motion and.
I mean, I have a motion to discuss our budget.
No, I understand what
that's
you're saying,
just
and I
simple.
understand what you're saying, but right now on the floor, I've got a motion and a second for adjournment. And so you can comment on the adjournment, but we've got to take a vote, and if it doesn't pass, then we go back into discussion.
So let's vote is what we're saying.
For all in favor of adjournment, please say aye.
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 And if we say a motion for adjourn, what does that have to do with the issue?
No, wait, it's.
Well, we
What's
gotta-
our
Okay,
vote?
We got to go through with the vote.
Can I get a show of hands, who is for an adjournment? All right, and I'm not voting this.
You the tiebreaker.
No, I'm not going to be the timer. I mean, I've got to convene over the meeting, so if we're happy.
I just do not want us to rush into something. As the citizen said, this is their money,
Okay.
and
but
we need to
don't-
prioritize.
We got to make the vote first before we do anything. Okay, so we've got 3 to adjourn, 4 to stay, so we're going to stay.
Okay, I have a quick thing, and maybe we could get through this, okay? Now, I didn't find that to be cool by any means. I'm going to tell you that to be true.
Okay, well, let's talk about
But
budget.
anywho, if it's something I believe that we could talk to Lisa Agner where it's one-on-one, I mean, where we're not, inconveniencing, each other, I believe we should do it. But again, this is about our citizens, okay? This is not about us running to get home or running to go get a meal. Right now, we have to focus on these books because it's priority. I mean, we have 2 new commissioners that pretty much are trying to understand the system, and from the looks of it, they haven't even had the opportunity to really say too much about this. And this is very important for the future of our city. So, again, I say we go ahead and air out what we need so we could go ahead and adjourn.
All right, so what do we got?
It's just unusual. I mean, this is.
That's just the way I felt. so I made a motion.
I
I
mean,
apologize.
maybe you've waded through a bunch of it, but, you know.
Well, I think the animal shelter has always been a hot topic of discussion, and I understand that completely.
Well, we're
And they're right, there was a 5-2 vote on the front end to spend, it seemed like $1.5 million, $2 million on the animal shelter. It came back, another number was reached, that number was voted on, it moved on. I understand, like I said, it has been an ongoing
Yeah,
hot
and
button
the reason it
topic
got
for-
rehashed tonight, and I appreciate even what you shared there, Doug, I mean, I think the great thing about a city government is I've seen right now where actually someone can vote on something, and then the next week, they actually say, hey, we want to vote on it again. And so it's a little bit fluid in that you can say, you know what, I don't think that was the best decision we made, and you can put something on on our action items and actually have that reversed. And that's what I think Ms. Calhoun's trying to do.
And I just want to know, hear from the commission, what's the problem with putting the animal shelter on the ballot to get more money? And then we can build a fine animal shelter for our city. We don't have, we can build a $1 million animal shelter if it's approved. Let's take it on the ballot in May for the animal shelter. And if it passed, we can have a fine animal shelter.